Welcome to PGurus channel. I'm your host Sree Iyer and this is 𝗥𝗚𝗏. And do we have some new developments in Pakistan for you? This is episode 57. Just like that, we have crossed a year. Let's welcome Sumit Pirji. Sumitji, namaskar and welcome to PGurus channel. How are you?
Jai Siya Ram, Radhe Radhe sir. All good and fine by your Ashirwad and Kripa of Lord Mahakal. My namaskar and pranam to all the beautiful and brilliant viewers of PGurus channel. Namaskaram to all.
Thank you so much, sir. And let's start with what is happening with we've been one of the first ones to call out this lipstick brigade about 𝗟𝗡𝗏𝗧𝗏, and I think now the Indian people are finally rid of all these people. So hopefully that will give us more traffic too. What do you think, Sumitji?
I think, sir, first of all, when we start this, I think there are three people which are very important here. Four people rather. First is Team PGurus, which is entire team. And I think you, myself, our editor. Then we have our enchanting audience, which always loves us, which always trusts us. Now, fourth, we have to thank the government of India, especially Modi ji, for doing what it has done. It was exactly, I believe, 2 years back, 1.5, 2 years back, when on PGurus channel, we decided, we dared, we had the, if I use the word, balls to call out this lipstick nail polish jihad. This was a very bold move because you are literally going against ISPR. Who is Arzu Kazmi? It's not about Arzu Kazmi or anybody else. You are literally going against ISPR, the powerful ISPR, which spends $1 billion or $2 billion on propaganda. ISPR is the PR arm of ISI. So in a way, you are taking a panga directly with the ISI. So it's like taking a panga with the ISI. But we at PGurus channel, me and Mr. Iyer had a discussion. We decided, no, we'll go because you know why? Because that was in the national interest. That is what country needed. And there is somebody who had to bell the cat and who had to call their bluff. You know why? Because this 𝗟𝗡𝗏𝗧𝗏 was getting into the blood. This has become a part of blood, and it had started contaminating our blood. Our blood was smelling. And the agonizing part is there were some people who were giving these people as the, those people who know Pakistan, who are pro-India, who are pro-Hindu, giving them all the prime time slots, giving their channels. And these, and ISPR is very smart. They will pick up these young, beautiful women, and these women will come all decked up, and they'll do this, what we say in Hindi, meethi meethi baate, and in the hearts and minds, they to run their agenda at the right point of time. Look, friends, see, it is a scenario wherein in America, you have half of the population on TikTok, and what is TikTok telling Americans? Go and pick up a gun against Trump. Go and, don't buy this Gucci and all, buy the fake from China. And they're trying to poison the youth that your American masters have sold you to China. American middle class is over. China can only salvage you, because the problem is TikTok has 50% of the download. So slowly, this ISPR brigade was active. And especially, honestly, nothing against Arzu Kazmi or anybody. It is the idea we're fighting, and we are a small channel, right? We are not very powerful people. We don't have billions, and Mr. Iyer is not a billionaire by any chance, as far as I know. Still, having the courage to take the might of ISI, having the courage to take the might of ISPR, one is an Indian and another is an American passport holder, but dil mein Bharat hai. Passport chahiye America ka, dil mein Bharat hai. That is what makes the difference. And even I was talking to you on Bharat Vichar in the morning. I said, Mr. Iyer is like my elder brother. And you have to always keep on supporting and helping PGurus channel, because he gave me the platform to do it. Understand? Mera credit nahi hai. He gave me the platform to do it, knowing there will be repercussions, knowing there will be backlash, and knowing these people will come after us. And they have done it. Trust me, they have done it. But, at the end of the day, when you work for the nation and the country, it doesn't matter how many hardships you go through. Teri Mitti, Gana suna na aapne? Teri Mitti wala Gana.
Yeah.
That is exactly the feeling. That is exactly the feeling. That song resonates the feeling. That song resonates the emotion. Teri mitti pe mar jawa. Whatever. I'm not singing the song. I'm not good at singing. Right? There are people who sacrifice their everything. There are people who risk their everything. There are people who take the headwinds. They are able to bring the change. And it is not that we brought all the change. No. We put the ship in the right direction. We did the thought provocation, Mr. Modi, Mr. Government of India, sir, We need this change because this is a full-fledged brigade which has penetrated us, which has got into our veins, which is trying to influence our youth's hearts and minds. Now you tell me how. So by hold. No, you are casting aspersions. How is that true? I'll tell you about what is that true. We called out on this very channel, very show. You know what? What is ISPR? ISPR is the Inter-Services PR. They are supposed to maintain the image of army and ISI and do all the propaganda management for them. Now there's a full star general who heads it. I had done a program where I had told you what are the various levels of ISPR, what are the budgets, what are the brigades. There's a video, there's a channel, there's on the PGurus channel, we have done that. And we had exposed them that said, but what will you do if people become your own and start infiltrating? What was ISPR doing? ISPR had got into media. ISPR had got into YouTube. Why is YouTube important? Because look, you might watch a Republic TV, for example. Republic TV might not have access in Pakistan, or there may be a Jio TV that might not have access to your dish or your cable operator. But when it comes to YouTube, it doesn't matter. Wherever you are in the world, you will have access. You don't need any satellite TV. You don't need any IPTV. As long as you have internet, you have access. YouTube had become a very, very potential and dangerous weapon. ISPR realized that. YouTube is a potential and dangerous weapon, right? Now, ISPRs devised a complete strategy on YouTube. One, for example, a company like JioTV. There is nobody or hardly anybody in Pakistan who watches that crapped up, messed up Islamist broadcast. But when you put it on YouTube, then what will you do? You are opening gates to 1.4 billion Indians to watch. And that is where the propaganda comes in. And there is where the agenda comes in. And there is where the crap comes in. That is where you say, oh, this operation in Pahalgam was done by Indian Army. It's the flag operation of Indian Army. Indian Army, when they killed their own, somebody put a bullet here, you put your people on death and kill them in the broad daylight, point blank in front of their families. That is what JioTV tells you. So that is one side of it. Then another side was people like Arzu Kazmi. Nahi, yaar to bahut bura hua. Yaar to nahi hona chahiye tha. Ye to bahut bura hua. What are they trying to do? They are trying to do that, running with the hare and hunting with the hounds. In trying to build that influence and trying to give you an impression there is a coterie, there is a set of people in Pakistan who are loyal to you, who oppose Pakistani army and military, and the agony of everything is you are living in Islamabad and you dare to do it. Wow, China, all will be banned, sir. Sabka number aayega, Karan Arjun aayenge, all will be banned. Don't worry, it is going to happen. And the list is, I'm telling you, I have been very vocal. There are millions of dollars which are going from Indian, and they all talk to Indian audience. Nobody listens to them in Pakistan. And there was one third brigade. So there was this Arzu and a couple of other ladies. Then I'm going to expose one person more today on PGurus. I'll tell you the name. Hold on. I'll tell you the name. There was one more brigade. She said, what were they doing? They were these young girls. They used to get hold of our younger boys in the villages and near the bordering areas. देखो हमारे आपके यहाँ ना कितनी बड़ी मस्जिद है, आपको हमें अपनी सड़कें दिखाओ. By that, ISPR devised a mechanism where they were able to survey everything in our borders, in our ghettos, minority-dominated areas. Our own people, by the virtue of this public reaction, and were used as the spies to get audio-visual coverage done. Third part of the episode was public reaction. Public reaction, swear to God, and I have people who vouch by this. I have my contacts who vouch by this. This is all orchestrated by ISPR. Even they know किस bus stand पे खड़ा होना है. They know whom to ask and whom not to ask. Pakistan आपका नहीं जी, Pakistan तो हमारा नहीं हो तो Hindustan. This is all BS, man. These are all actors. This is all created. You know exactly whom to ask. Do you think that lady will survive next day if she goes and does that real thing? Do you think her YouTube channel will be on? Do you think she will not be taken care of? And I will not name somebody. Somebody told me that ISPR called me and said, okay, you be in place, otherwise we'll call you. And next time we'll pick you up. And third time we'll make a video of you and we'll show that video to the people. I'm not naming the person. It can be anybody's guess. Now, when these kinds of things are, they're all to make you believe we are in deep agony, we are in deep pain, this is all done. So imagine JioTV running full-fledged propaganda, people Arzu, now you have this, these people who are doing the Recce, and then you have the fourth set of people who are doing the public reaction. And everybody, sir, is on YouTube. Why? YouTube has no foundations of geography. YouTube can be watched anywhere in the world as long as you have a 256-bit internet connection and you have maybe a $50 mobile phone. You can walk anywhere, anywhere around the world. And then slowly propaganda was brought in, right? Things were brought in. Then cricket channels were brought in. Then music channels were brought in. Then Bollywood actors were brought in. Then Gayaks were brought in. Then Qawwals were brought in. Then Tabaljis were brought in. Then a Bollywood star will come and tell you, "Arey, hum to fankar hai, wo bhi fankar hai, we should work together." It's crap. They were infiltrating us because, friends, this is information warfare. And what they were practicing on us is information warfare. Infiltrate in all the sections. So who was the target? Target was a 65-year-old man. Our target was a 15-year-old boy. 15 se 65, map everybody. In every section, there will be a set of people will be assigned. And minded the tool was YouTube. Especially with this Madam Arzu Kazmi, what went wrong is her previous nefarious designs were so bad. And TF journals could not save their lives, but they will have brave arts are safe in this. Yeah, you are right. You know, you live in Islamabad and you talk about Munir. You talk. Is it possible? You must be kidding me. You understand Pakistan? And there are some people who tell us, I live in China. I have a Chinese wife, and I'm talking about Xi Jinping. I'm making a video in China, logging a VPN as a foreigner, and making a video against CCP. And you Indians, believe me, I'm right. भाई क्या समझ रखा है यहाँ कुछ लिखा है क्या हिंदी में कहता है कुछ लिखा है क्या do you think it's something written you know and then what happened when they got traction some of our media channels some of our news channels even got them there they were looking for TRP giving them a bit of bashing looking for TRP and saying oh you know how we are but eventually they were getting more and more into our society. So from youth to 65, so we were told, we're given a perception, there's a group of people which are not against India, there's a group of people which are for humanity, this is all al-taqiya cover. These people are used the cover for Mullah military brigade to do their nefarious designs, to run camps, to do everything, to kill you, dismantle you, rape our women, murder our children, and do a Pahalgam. These people are the front, meethi goli, meethi churri, what we say in Hindi. This is exactly what was done, and we on PGurus channel, I take the credit for it. Mr. Iyer should take the credit for it, and that team should take the credit for it. You know why? We exposed her. We showed her all peevish photographs and everything, and I have been constantly, I'll have to credit Mr. Iyer, he let me, I've been constantly appealing to Modi ji, sir, please ban kar do, ban them. They're really destroying our youth. Now, ultimately, I came to know by somebody. Now, after that, the plan was to just focus on youth. And youth which is vulnerable, youth which comes from minority community, youth which comes from border areas. Then there was one more propaganda which they were trying to launch. I honestly have to admit something on PGurus. I have a lot of people who help me in this. I'm not alone. There are a lot of nationalists who work with me, and they are great guys. I can't take the names, but whoever you are, you know whom I'm mentioning. They have been very much instrumental in getting a lot of information to me, and there are a lot of viewers who risk their lives and business and all still get the information. Thank you to all of you. Now, one more dangerous thing had come. Then they were planning to get some Hindu faces into the game. Then you will have a Pakistani Hindu. You'll say his name will be some XYZ. He says, sir, mera naam to Sunil hai. Pakistan has done this. They were using them to infiltrate. Who was the target? I'm telling you today. Now, the cat is out of bag. I'm telling you the target. Target was Indian military. And there is a company. I can't name it now. If you can guess it, guess it. There's a company who works for the Indian Army, run by a very prominent man. I respect the man, he's an intellectual. And this guy whom I'm talking about, I can't take his name. If you can guess, you can guess. And some people who watch this broadcast will exactly know the names because they were a part of this. This man had infiltrated that company. That company was doing a lot of statistical work and, this logistic work and scheming and scenario building for Indian Army. He infiltrated the camp. And from the virtue of that camp, he was getting all the information, and this was fed to the right people in the ISI. This was happening. And because of this Pakistani drama happening and they're getting access and all, so their belief that they're pro-India, that belief they're pro-Hindu, I am celebrating Diwali, I am giving, I'm giving food to 5 children. She always lied about her husband, by the way, but that is not my business. So this all was happening in the disguise of creating a smoke screen. A smoke screen was perfect. We realized the thing. We kind of played with them. If they thought they could play with us, we played with them. I will be honest. And we exposed them. After that, we have been relentlessly exposing them. And yesterday, it was, I think, 3:30 a.m. Somebody called me. 3:30. I swear to God. I swear by my honor. 3:34 in the night, somebody called me. So it's done. You know what? WhatsApp dekho. I saw the WhatsApp. Done. Government of India has banned Arzu, and many more are going to be banned. So I knew it around 3:34, and then by the morning I realized 16, 17 are gone, and this is the first list, sir. Many more lists are going to come now. Thankfully, I have to thank Prime Minister Modi and thank you, sir. Finally, the action is happening because we understand the danger this whole ISPR brigade was trying to get in. I want to question two people here. All those prominent editors, those prominent people who say I'm number one, number two, number three, sabse bada, king. Now, do you, sir, still need 𝗥𝗚𝗍𝗏 Kazmi to run your channel? Can't you run your channel without a Kazmi? That is the question I'm asking. And the people who gave them all the platform. Now, the government of India has banned them. You might have 101 abuses against me. Now, what do you say now? Point number 3. Do we have a list of all the people who were in touch with them regularly, and who were they touching regularly? They all people should be put on surveillance. Their bank account should be put on surveillance. For example, I know there's a lady, I don't take the name. Whenever she appeared on Indian media, she got paid. And the money used to go to a Dubai account. She has an account in Dubai. From there, the money will be transferred to Pakistan. So even they were paid for appearances. So we were, Sree sir, we were suffering from perennial Stockholm syndrome, where we get our enemy, try to project him our friend, give them the airspace, let them increase their latitude and longitude to destroy us more. That is what was happening. We know what did we do? We put a small hole in the boat. And when there's a hole in the boat, it's a matter of time the boat will sink. And it has, thankfully. Over to you, Sree sir, you wanted to make a point.
Thank you so much, Maji. Let's go to the next topic. But before that, please, viewers, 𝗪𝗡𝗙 Singh Fatah ji used to always say that every actor, every cricketer, every star that would leave Pakistan before coming to India will be briefed by ISI. You will, along with whatever you do, you need to do this. And then when he goes back, he'll be debriefed, he or she. Okay, so, and they'll be given, go sleep with this person, go screw this person.
Absolutely.
So now,
right.
Tumhara bhi number aayega, Bollywood. The Khans of the world. I'm telling you.
These was a matter of technocrat is a matter of time. Or sabka number aayega. And let me tell you, I have told this before, and I have told this on national TV as well. I don't give a shit to any of these nicompoops. Somebody told me, naam lene mein kuch nahi hai. Why don't you come to meet me in Dubai? I told him, tu meri khala hai kya? Why should I come and meet you in Dubai? Why should I come to meet you in Dubai? And, sir, I have traveled more than 80 countries. I have 11 passports filled with stamps. Do you think I'm born yesterday? I'll go to Dubai to travel, meet you. And this offer was given to a couple of other people. And she said, let me give you one revelation today. There is one eminent person who is believed to have traveled to Dubai, and he was compromised there. The person got compromised there. And it is some friendly authorities who bailed the person out. But the problem is, person does not have balls even today to talk anything against them. You know why? Because still there were a lot of stuff about them. If I have the courage to talk them, call them out, expose them on TV or on YouTube, because my head and heart is clean. I have nothing against them, nothing against me. They are some of the prominent people of India. Honey trapping has been the most powerful tool of ISPR. Now, when Modi strikes ISPR, it is the news channels, it is the propaganda channels, it is their clan, it is YouTube. Everything is gone in one shot. And we take a little of credit in doing that. And what Sree sir was telling you, viewers, is not something which is Bollywood style. It is pretty much rare. And I'll tell you one thing more. I might say whatever I want to say. Mr. Iyer may say whatever we want to say. How many people will still today dare and call them out? You can count them on fingertips. Fingertips se count kar sakte hain. You know why? Kuch to hai. And personally, we respect them. They are soldiers of their country. No problem with them. And I have numerous times, when it comes to Arzoo Kazmi, personally at a human level, she's like a younger sister to me. That is how I look at her. But when it comes to my country, nobody stands in front of my country. Nobody, absolutely nobody. That is the resolve, that is the motive, and that is what this has been dismantled today. And what they rightly said, der aaye par durust aaye, but truth has a way to come out. Truth has a way to come out. And friends, now the reason of bringing them out, if you look at the channel, is written national security. National security. So after that, there is nothing to discussion. National security is what has brought them down. And this is about, and if you look at the list, come carefully, these people acting in various spheres of influence, all these 5-7 segments of ISPR, They have been identified and all of them have been brought down. And this is the first list. We have many more lists to come. Don't worry. Sabka number aayega. And we also exposed Sajid Harar on this channel. Remember? Sree sir, we showed the picture. He was a Punjabi, Democrat, Republican, and he was the first person sitting that Munir ka Mujra. By the way, now you will ask me who are the persons Sumit bhai you are going to expose. I am only giving you a hint and I am giving him a warning. Sudarja. Name starts with M and the family name starts with C. I have all the proofs. Don't push me. Back out. Otherwise, tumhara number agla hai. He has got the message. You can keep on thinking who is, but the person got the message. And when it comes to nationalism and the rights for dharma and desh, I think our team will be always number one. Namaskar. Let's go to the next topic.
Let's go to the next topic. China, Turkey, and Muslim blocs are now beginning to lean towards Pakistan. I'm not sure about other countries such as UAE and Saudi Arabia, because after all, they have invested a lot of money in Srinagar area, especially in Kashmir, to promote tourism. All the 5-star resorts and all that stuff has come from the money of KSA and UAE. It's their interest to make sure things are fine. So I'm sure they are pissed too. So we just had one show with General Ravi Shankar where he laid out the case that it was China which propped Pakistan to go and do this thing in Pahalgam. So be that as it may, what is this Turkey angle, Sirji?
Sir, with due respect to Ravi Shankar, sir, he doesn't need any intro, General, sir. I have been day-wise stretching my neck out and saying this could not have been done without the patronage of China. Let it be PGurus channel, let it be National TV. I'm very clear this kind of a ruckus Pakistan could have not created without China giving them an approval for it. And I was always telling you, China will desert you, China is not with you, China will leave you, China will dump you. We discussed on PGurus channel how they dumped us at the UNSC. Then last night, China did a very dirty trick. He said, I am watching the situation here and I expect both to have restraint. As if 𝗤𝗍𝗍 was passing instructions, the same 𝗤𝗍𝗍 who came here and was saying, oh, we should do business together, we'll buy more things from you. Why don't you, Modiji, why don't you come to SCO? This is all Chinese al-taqiya crap, BS, what they were talking to us. Yesterday night, 𝗤𝗍𝗍 took a turn because, sir, why? Because we had shown that the Chinese Ishaq Dar meets the Chinese envoy. Yesterday, Ishaq Dar called up whom? Ishaq Dar called up 𝗤𝗍𝗍. Something transpired between the two. I think 𝗤𝗍𝗍 was expecting that India is in a bit of a tight corner and Modi will buckle down, Modi will give me discounts, Modi will open my FDI, Modi will do my everything. But Modiji was adamant. He said, no, my relations with America are going on. Pakistan tried, Trump to intervene, it didn't happen. Pakistan tried with Iran, it didn't happen. They will go to UAE, Saudi, and they will also go to Egypt. They might even try Jordan. But so, and this is what happened here. So without China's patronage, it could have. Yesterday, China changed the tactic. They were saying, "Oh, we are watching," and things like that. Now there's a lot of talk that China PLA has given this Pakistani Air Force PL-15 missile. Now this PL-15 is a very potential weapon against the Rafale fighter. And though India has options, we have Meteor, we have our options. We have R-37M. We are already having R-77s. We have options. But the point I'm trying to make here, listen friends, is one line I'm going to make here. PL-15 has a range of 200 to 300 kilometers, right? It is the only weapon which can be fitted in a JF-17 Block 3 to handle a Rafale. This is the only weapon there. Because it's beyond visual range, it has that aerated radar and it has a two-way comlink. Now, PL-15 is from, sir, PLA's arsenal. The export variant which they are trying to sell to the whole world is PL-15E with a range of 150 kilometers, half the range. For both the cases, they claim the speed to be 5 Mach, but it's not exactly 5 Mach. But here, now it is believed that they have given Pakistan for JF-17 Block 3. Something happened yesterday from PLA's own stock. It is not PL-15E, it is PL-15, the range which China claims a range of 200 to 300 kilometers. As India, we have the options. We have all the things ready. We are not scared, we are not bothered. But imagine you are pulling things from your own arsenal and giving to Pakistan like this at a drop of a hat. So that means they are in hand and glove. That means for Pahalgam, they took the approval. Because if they would have not taken the approval, how could I take out something in my pocket and give it to you, sir? Can I take something from my monthly ration expenses and give it to you for your party? I can't. unless and until you have spoken to me. Ki, bhai, theek hai, push comes to shove, you have to give this money. So I say, okay, I'll give this money. So that is point number one. Point number two is China's changing stand. China is screwing us in the P5. And after that, when this PL15 story came in, what happened yesterday? Two important things. You know, suddenly CDS meets Rajnath ji and CDS meet PM. Something happened very, very quickly in these 2 hours. It all started with a call between 𝗏𝗏𝗏 and 𝗏𝗏𝗏. 𝗏𝗏𝗏 issuing a statement. PL15 comes. Rajnath Singh meets CDS. CDS goes and meets Modi ji. It all happened in the yesterday evening. So it was not so natural. It was all there. So, but India is prepared because Pakistan fears India is coming and blocking them. So that is the Chinese part. So China is with Pakistan. China has sided Pakistan, and all the Chinese dreams and all the Chinese illusions and delusions which we live in are all a figment of imagination, all dreams in the broad sunlight. If you still want to have them, be my guest. Let's have them. Let's be hallucinated till perpetuity. We can have that option. We have that option. Second thing, what is important is Turkey. Tayyip Erdogan, Khalifa. When there was an earthquake in Turkey, we launched Operation Dost. We were the second biggest contingent on the ground to help. We would have been first to land, but Pakistanis blocked us the airspace, so we landed second. I was on various TV debates. We discussed on PGurus, and we sent the biggest contingent. We sent tons, I don't know how many 1,000 tons or 100 tons of materials. We had those big transporters going there. We have a Make-A-Wish hospital, and there were a lot of people in Turkey who were appreciating us, who were liking us, who were loving us and all that. We have our sniffer dogs who saved a lot of lives under the rubble. We had everything. We were a plug-and-play unit. We stayed there for long. We saved, I think, a few hundred lives. We did that, of the people of Turkey, and I thought Turkey would change, but I always had apprehensions. Anybody can pull my tape on PGurus and say nothing will change in Turkey. This man is an Islamist, bina dadi mooch wala mullah, more dangerous than dadi mooch wala mullah. That is Tayyip Erdogan. So what it is believed, when Pakistan is trying to buy this time and get Islamic countries to negotiate with you. Now imagine you negotiating with Iran, a super terrorist of the world, negotiating for a junior terrorist of the world, and we are the biggest democracy of the world, and we think we're hallucinated. And let me tell you again, I don't mind crossing the line, because again our policy vis-a-vis Iran has been completely wrong. I've been very vocal on it. It's a mullah regime. Don't trust them. And let's not get carried away. Mohammad Parkazi says, I'll support you. Go and kill tomorrow 20 people in Pakistan. His all support will change. And I'm going to make another sensational claim today on PGurus. Give me a second. You have to wait. Friends, don't go anywhere. I'm going to talk about it. Look, it is believed that 6 transporters of Turkish government, big Hercules, landed in Islamabad when military supplies. Forget dosti, forget being neutral, screw everything. They are sending 6 transporters filled of arms and arsenal to Pakistan to spill Indian blood, to kill our soldiers, to kill our civilians. That is what Tayyip Erdogan has returned as Operation Dost Ka Dosti. So the Dost of Operation Dosti is 6 transporters landed in Islamabad. Though Islamabad will deny it, Turkey will deny it. You ask them officially, they all will deny it, but it has happened. China's PL15, I have seen some pictures, friends. There are GF17 Bloc 3 with PL10s, PL15s. I have seen the picture myself. I don't know how authentic it is. There's no way I can find the authenticity, because it's above my pay grade, right? I'm not 𝗤𝗏𝗏𝗏. I can say ki haan, theek hai. But I have seen the pictures. So there is this China, and then even Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan is kind of helping Pakistan. Now, look, what I have been telling you on PGurus channel, you know me for so long now. I've been telling China is trying to get 6 to 8 Muslim countries. Shri sir bola nahi bola. Getting together to screw India's happiness, to fight India and circle India, and whenever there's a war, to work against India. I told you that day, it's Pakistan, it is Turkey, it is Iran. Iran might be doing al-Taqiyya, it is Iran. I mean, how can you trust Iranis? They lie, they change their position every 6 hours. Between Khamenei, Parkazin and Agrachi, they change their position every 6 hours. And they lie from all 32 teeth. Iran is there. Your Kazakhstan, what is this? Kya naam hai inka? Azerbaijan is there. I'm hearing Tajikistan, I don't know. Bangladesh is there. And your Maldives is there. Here I am counting 7 to 8 Muslim countries which are directly working against Indian interests. Now you will argue with me, Are Suman bhai, we have Saudi with us, we have UAE with us, and we have Egypt with us. It's a matter of time. They are neutral right now. They are not with you. They are kind of neutral, inclined to you. Go and kill 100 Muslims in Pakistan. Go and kill 5,000 people in Pakistan or Pakistani army. You will see the stance will change. You will see the stance will change. Now who is firmly with you? I think the people are firmly with you are Christians, America, Russia, Britain, all these people, and Jews, Israel. Minus Jews and Christians, who is with you? You have already, you see, out of 57, there are around 45 Islamic countries who don't matter, who are still striving between roti and pani. So they don't matter. Bread and butter, what I mean to say in English. Now, the 4 or 5 few countries are with you, but eventually, when the casualties will happen in the war, which is happening, which is going to be imminent, then they are going to change their stance. Now, for example, China says yesterday there should be a neutral investigation of Pahalgam massacre. That is exactly what 𝗤𝗂𝗏 is telling you. So what is the difference between 𝗤𝗂𝗏, Yang Yi and Xi Jinping? Exactly no difference. So trade, no trade with China, leverage, no China with China. And imagine here you have a, I don't know how many billion, 60, 70, 80 billion dollars of trade deficit with China. Still that is the position of China. And I've been always talking of something called red jihad, wherein these reds will fund jihadis and their impact radius will be much bigger. And why did Agrachi run to Beijing? I told you he's running to Beijing for something. He's not going there for fun. After he got kicked in the butt from at Moscow, he went to Beijing. So these are all the things which we need to understand. We are trying to be very friendly with the Muslim world, which is good as a strategy. But push comes to shove, as I always say, when it comes to the Islamic world, treaties are toilet paper. I mean, these treaties are good time treaties. Now, if you expect there's a treaty and there's a war with a Muslim country, the treaty will be in place. Sorry, it's not going to work. And let me remind you, sir, Bangladesh has not even mentioned word terror. Muzzoo ka to reaction hi nahi aaya. And if you are tomorrow doing a decisive action against Pakistan, will Iran give you your soil? Remember, what did they tell Americans a couple of days back? They said, look, Mr. America, you can't use our soil. If you want to hit Iran, you can't use our soil. What did America do? America brought few nuclear subs and few aircraft carriers. Trump said, now talk, bolo. Everybody was chup. Hat gayi sabki. Before that, they were saying, no, you can't use this. And when the Iran's Revolutionary Guard commander threatens America, all your bases in the region are within my hitting range. Nobody opens the mouth. Sab chup karke baithe hain. And sir, answering your question about investment, sir, let me give you one simple analogy. That is the delusion we have. They have investments and they are not going to work against it. That is in the normal course. Yes, peace times, they will not go against it. But tell me, how many times have Saudis really taken money back from Pakistan? Kitni baar really paisa liya hai? You see, Saudis have rolled over the loan. Do they ever take the loan? They don't take the loan. Ultimately, jao. Let's not be in delusion. Everybody in the Islamic world will try to help Pakistan in whatever way, directly, indirectly, tacit, indirectly they can handle. And let me bring you to a sensational, my claim to the Pahalgam incident. I'm going to open a card today, which I believe has happened. I was the first person on TV, YouTube to tell you this is a commando signature. This is not a terrorist signature. I was first person to tell you these, in my opinion, are SSG commandos disguised as terrorists. I was the first person to tell you if they are SSG commandos, you will not be able to apprehend them because they will have a marching point, they will have a rallying point, they will have an evacuation point, and there will be a pre-designed strategy, kya karna, kab karna, right? 20 seconds, sir. Today we are on 28th. 6 days have gone. SF 9, 10, 11. CRPF, J&K police, our local informers, helis are there. Are we able to find them? Where have they disappeared? They have disappeared somewhere. Unless and until they are professionals, where can they disappear? These are not kasabs, these are not ordinary terrorists. And para 9, 10 and 11, they are the masters of this, especially para 9, they just eliminate. They're the best of the best in the world. But let me tell you, there was one para 9 of commando, Sudhir Walia. He's called the Rambo of Indian Army. No Bollywood, no Hollywood, nothing will tell you. When he was sent to the training in America, he came number one in the commando training. Even with Americans, he stood number one. He was from Palanpur, and we lost this brave officer and the Indian Rambo in the jungles of Kupwara in August of 1999. उस पे कोई picture नहीं बनाएगा Bollywood. They will make this 𝗪𝗡𝗍 tiger, 𝗪𝗡𝗍 tiger and Zoya. That is what they will make. But the real Rambo of the Indian Army, who was given that title, the Rambo of Indian Army, may go and Google Major Sudhir Walia. You will find him. He was from Palanpur. उस पे कोई पिक्चर नहीं बनाएगा. Now that is the valor of, and if you read about man, my ये बाल खड़े हो जाते हैं. I get goosebumps when I read about him, and I read about such heroes because they are the real people. Carrying a tag of a major doesn't make you a hero, but what you have done is what makes you a hero. I mean, he got the official title of the Rambo of the Indian Army. Now, forget that. That's not important. The point is that even with people, if the regiment of such high caliber people, you are not able to find them. So means they were professionals. And what is my logic? When this happened, last 3 days, Sree sir, Pakistan is constantly doing ceasefire violation. Kabhi yahan, kabhi yahan, kabhi yahan. What is this? Usually, if you have a plan and if they reach very near to the evacuation point, you do a ceasefire violation. You do a ceasefire violation. In that ceasefire violation, they try to sneak in. Or there's a team send or there's a group send who will try to get them into the Pakistani territory. So, if we can't find them for a couple of days, I can tell you they've already sneaked into Pakistan. If they have sneaked into Pakistan, they are not even SSG commandos. They are much more than that. And my thought process tells me, and again, I'm putting a caveat. Bhai, mere paas koi information. I have no information. Nobody told me anything. This is imagination of my mind. I am telling you, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. One or two of them can be from Hamas and Hezbollah as well. Note the date and time. Aaj time kya is? Date is 28th of April 9:52. PGurus channel. One of them might be from Hamas and one of them might be even from Hezbollah. Don't be surprised. One day it might come true. I may or may not be there or whatever. Time will try. It is a possibility which is not being ruled out now. It has a Hamas Hezbollah signature, especially Hamas signature. One of those 4 terrorists, maybe 2 are from them. And if this happens, if for God forbid, if this happens, now where is your foreign policy? Now Hamas has entered your backyard. And now you will tell me, what is your logic, Sumit bhai? How are you contemplating that? Remember that was a big stadium in POK where the Hamas Iranian gang came in and they were given a lot of reception and everything and they were making plans. How do we know all of them went back? And after that, hardly 1.5 months, this attack happens. Maybe a couple of them stayed back, right? And then when they reach the railing point, Pakistani army does the ceasefire violation and they sneak into the POK or wherever they want to sneak them in. This is a possibility which might have happened. There's a very strong possibility this has happened. And again, I'm telling you, there is a possibility that, what is my to say? This is a very strong possibility. My brain now tells me there is definitely involvement of Hamas and Hezbollah in this. One of these guys is from Hamas and Hezbollah. Now, tell me for the sake of God, if it is Hamas and Hezbollah, do you want to believe the Mullah of Iran? If it is Hamas or Hezbollah, do you want to believe the Mullah of Iran? I'm with you. They lie. These people lie from all 32 teeth. Yes, jhoot bolte sab. Do you want to still believe this Mullah? It's quite possible they are there. Where did they disappear? Why? I have one more logic. I talked to somebody. I can't name my sources, right? I talked to somebody. I said, how important is a SSG commando to Pakistani army? He said, bahut zyada nahi hai. It's not very important. I said, if Pakistan is putting all the might, risking everything, who are they trying to save? Then in the discussions and deliberations, we kind of said that, it might be something like that. This is the discussion and deliberation we had. It might be something like that. Now, if it has happened, didn't we tell you on PGurus channel, it's a matter of time. Middle Eastern Islamic terror will start knocking our doors around LOC and Jammu. Didn't we tell you these lines exactly? And Sachin bhai, requesting you to kindly put Arzoo Kazmi, there's an expose video in the link in the description so that people don't have trouble in finding it out. Didn't we tell you that? Didn't we warn the government of India that this is happening? Didn't we tell the government of India, look, Iran has given way to the Middle Eastern terror to reach Pakistan. Middle Eastern terror has reached Pakistan, sir. It's a matter of time. And I want to ask one question to you where I need your consensus and support. Please give me your consensus. Should still Hamas not be designated as a terrorist organization? What is stopping us from designating Hamas as a terrorist organization? Why we are stopping from designating Hamas as a terrorist organization? And what is stopping us from designating Pakistan as a terrorist country? Two things I have. Simple दो question है भाई. Hamas is terrorist organization and they are terrorist country. मुझे आप बताइए, can we rule out today? Look, I'm not one of those guys who say, no, it can't be possible. I don't believe everything can be possible. Can we rule out today? Why is Iran cozying up to us? Why is Iran trying to be nice to us? How do I know all the cadre of Hamas which went to POK, they came back? Can anybody on this earth guarantee me that? Can your mullah of Pakistan, Mullah Munir, guarantee jitne aaye the wapas gaye? Nobody can guarantee you that. So two of them sneaked in. Look, Pakistan army is trying to protect somebody who is very special. The life of a SSG commando is not so special. Balochis have eliminated a lot of SSG commandos. What is so special about these guys? They are violating ceasefire. They are risking everything. They are even putting the kitchen sink on the table. Why? There has to be something. And if this has happened, you know why this will happen? I'll tell you today why this will happen. This will happen because Prime Minister Modi supported Israel, and these nicompoos, these bloody terrorists of Middle East believe that Hindus are with Jews. Hanud and Yahud connection. These Hanuds are with Yahuds, and we must teach these Hanuds a lesson. So how are they going to do it? Let us go to POK. Let's get hold of these 𝗥𝗘𝗙𝗪𝗏, use them as coolies, find a couple of SSG commandos, go into Pahalgam, and kill 26 Hindus with cold blood. And most of them, when they died, had their pants down. I'm telling you this also, had their pants down. So this is what is the reality we are living in. And now we are seeing some action happening with these YouTubers and all. I hope it would have happened before, but aaj bhi kiya aapne. We are highly indebted as a nation to you. But our only request is, sir, it should not stop. It should not stop. It should not stop. We have to get really serious vis-a-vis Hamas, and we have to designate Pakistan as a terrorist state. Let's not get carried by al-taqiyya. My gut feel tells me, Sri sir, you know, I'm a very spiritual person. Merko idhar udhar, I don't get too much of here. I know it's not NS's whispering in my ears, nothing like that. I sometimes get this feeling, these bastards are buying time. They are buying time. They are preparing for something big. They wanted this shipment from Turkey to come. They wanted Chinese to come. They want Azerbaijan to send them something. I don't know what is Egypt sending them. I don't know what other countries are sending them. They are buying time for a situation when they can hit us hard. Now, I think we are very attentive this time. We are not falling for the prey. The elephant in the room is still People's Republic of China. For last 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, I've been shouting my lungs out. The only threat with India has to manage and see is China. Let's not forget, let's stop doing this dosti, teri dosti, mera pyar. Ye dosti hum nahi todenge. That was only Jai Viru and Sholay. That doesn't work in the practical world. And last sentence, before we go to the Q&A, because there's a lot of questions today. Friends, last 1 year, I've been stretching my neck out and telling one thing. The days of strategic autonomy are over, as it is not sustainable. It's not a bad idea, but it is not sustainable. Now, in today's time, can you sustain strategic autonomy? If Hezbollah or Hamas is involved, now how much do you trust the Mullah of Iran and his words? And can we still get our things right? Can we still understand what is the most eminent threat to our civilization? Where is it coming from? And can we still understand what kind of games is China playing with us? And have our alignments very clean and clear. Vasudevam Kutumbakam is a brilliant idea, right? But only for the civilized, not for the people who believe in life after death.
Thank you so much, Sumitji. Let's quickly go through the questions. Lots of them to go through. Kesar wants to know, Sumit, UN team should leave from Kashmir. If Shimla agreement ended, they have no purpose to stay there.
I think UN team has already left Kashmir. They are no longer there, to the best of my knowledge. They were not required to be there. We have given them marching orders, I think 2, 3, 4 years back, Kesarji. Bhaga diya.
Thank you, Nupun. Rohitkumar Ganja was sitting with Arzu Kazmi half an hour back live on his YouTube channel. Government should ban such a person.
Why not? Of course, 101%. Even you should find ki kiske saath roz baat karte hain. Whom are they talking? What are WhatsApp calls happening and all? And even I demand WhatsApp calls should not be allowed to go into Pakistan. There should be no means through which you should be able to communicate with Pakistan. WhatsApp, Signal, what jo bhi hai. Nothing should be able to go to Pakistan. We have the technology. Americans have the software. If we want, we can stop it. Now these nexuses are out in the open. Sir, you are on mute, sir. She said you are on mute.
In retaliation of Indus, won't China play mischief with Brahmaputra?
I don't think so. They don't have anywhere to store this water. And eventually, look, it's a matter of time. If I can be very direct, there would be a face-off with China someday. There would be a face-off between India and China. There would be a face-off between China and America. It's a matter of time which happens first. It will happen. You can't avoid it now. You can delay it.
Thank you, 𝗤𝗚𝗏. Thank you, 𝗤𝗚𝗏. How can you tackle Al Jazeera and New York Times?
Look,
well, stop watching and reading them and watch PGurus. It's in your hands.
हम है ना आपकी सेवा में. Why do you need them? By the way, Al Jazeera is a mouthpiece of Qatari government. You know the credentials of Qatar. I like Qatar. They're a brilliant country. You know, they're very secular in nature. You will ask me what is secular about them. They fund all terrorist organizations as long as you're Muslim. Shia, Sunni, Ahmadiyya, Bohra, koi bhi ho. They will fund you everything. Muslim terrorist, aaja, paise le le. A New York Times is a outdated, expired offshoot of deep state. They're still living on the ventilator. Let them survive for a few days more.
Thank you, Murali Krishnan, for your super sticker. Thank you, Madhu Menawat. Arzu is fake.
We exposed her.
Thank you, Faith Base, for your super sticker, sir.
We exposed her, ma'am. So long back in time, and it takes a lot of courage to do it. There's a lot of backlash. Even we are getting even today for that. But ठीक है, देश के लिए कुछ भी, we don't give a damn.
Next one, please. 𝗤𝗚𝗏 has become a YouTube member. Thank you so much. Welcome to you, PGurus channel. 𝗤𝗚𝗏 wants to know, why did India help Turkey despite the fact Turkey openly supported Pakistan? Muslim countries will never support India. Indian government lives in fool's paradise.
Tera mera kya rishta, la ilaha illallah. One line says it all. Iman, taqwa, jihad, fizibillah. We believe in Allah and will do jihad in the name of Allah. This is the motto of Pakistani army. I'm not creating anything. This is in the open media and people to say. Now, if we believe we can change hearts and minds, it's an expensive, time-consuming and a wasteful exercise. That amount of time, energy and money can be used to create a Kali, can be used to create a Gandhi. You know what is Gandhi? Not Arjun Dhanush, the new Ramjet combustor which we have created 2 days back. We can use money to create that. That puts bloody fear in the hearts and minds of enemies. दोस्ती से कुछ नहीं होगा. दोस्ती शोले के लिए ठीक है. तेरी दोस्ती मेरा प्यार. ये दोस्ती हम नहीं तोड़ेंगे. Because शोले is a movie at the end of the day, na? Jai and Veeru are fictional characters.
Editors wants to know, sir, do you think any retired army officers involved who are running an XYZ channel are involved for No War Voice and Tell Through channel that there are many ways to fight with Pakistan?
There are. And I have been shouting my lungs out because when I get really pissed off and I really want to bash my head when I see a lot of senior people and say, no, war is off the table. War is off the table. Ghanta war is off the table. Then when we say war is off the table, then what is the implication to Pakistan? Do you think they care for these jihadis and a couple of SSG commandos? They don't. Do you think they are bothered about 𝗔𝗪𝗪 or a Burhanwani? No, they are not. They are not bothered, sir. कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता उनको. The only thing which they are afraid of is war. Because war can disrupt and dismantle their ecosystem. And they can be out of the business. That's the only thing they're fearing. If you say war is out of the table, good.
𝗤𝗚𝗙𝗿, thank you very much. Everyone, glad to see weather is finally looking bright and beautiful. Loving all the action. Har Har Mahadev Sumit ji. Joy Ma Kali. Jai Bharat, Jai Hind, bless the armed and security services. Thank you so much, 𝗤𝗙𝗿 ji. Next one, please.
I can't agree more, 𝗤𝗙𝗿. You rock. You're simply on the dump.
Nand Kumar wants to know, why is Cheema not banned? The most dangerous is conversations with Khan. The professor from Delaware needs to be banned ASAP.
अरे भाई उसका नाम दिया था ना फ्रेंच कैट जिहादी. We have given him a nomenclature, French cut jihadi. यही तो है. And Cheema को मोटा नाटा jihadi. And you see, they will be all banned. It's not a measure. At least with Cheema, he is direct. Cheema is direct. But others are, hi, हम तो एक ही देश हैं, हमारा खून एक है, हमारा DNA एक है, हम तो एक ही हैं. This is where more dangerous is. I think it's a matter of time. They all have to be banned. You will be banning all of them. The lists are out. We'll be able to destroy all of them. And I want the government of India to look into the people who claim to be living in China with a Chinese wife and saying we are making videos against CCP. How do they get access to the VPN? And even if they get access to it, then they make a video, then they go out in China, make a video, and they put it on the YouTube, and the CCP is blind, huh? They don't see it. Ya Allah.
Joylak Koneti, thank you for becoming a YouTube member. Chaitanya Takle wants to know, I never found Arzoo Kazmi wishes against India. Did I miss anything?
That was a strategy, brother. You don't have to be.
That is 𝗟𝗡𝗙𝗧𝗏. That's the meaning of 𝗟𝗡𝗙𝗧.
That is a strategy. हम तो एक है, हमारा खून एक है, हम तो चाहते हैं हिंदुओं के साथ बहुत बुरा हुआ. मेरे पीछे गौतम बुद्ध भी लगा है. मैं तो दिवाली भी मनाती हूँ. मैं तो होली भी मनाती हूँ. मैं तो this is all part of drama. Have you seen me doing drama? Why do I need to put a skull cap to look secular, bhai? Chaitanya ji, पूछ में, why do I need to put a skull cap to look, put kajal in my आंखें, लगाऊं सुकल टोप, बड़े भाई का कुर्ता, छोटे भाई का पैजामा and गमछा to look secular? Why do I need to come in a full dress rehearsal to look secular? I don't have to be, unless and until I have an objective. If you want me to have an objective, then I can do the makeup. This was makeup, makeover. Bhai sahab.
Thank you so much, Anjan Kumar. AS wants to know, are we not giving Pak time to get ready?
No, we have to also get ready, sir. It's not we are giving time. We have to also get ready. We are a much bigger country and we have a lot of chameleons and we have a lot of traitors and we have a lot of snakes within our backyard. It is not easy for Modi to manage all of them. I think even whatever action will be taken against Pakistan, trust me, only Modi can do it. There's nobody else who can do it. So it is not easy. We are tying a lot of ends. And, you know, 𝗟𝗡𝗙𝗪 has become the SOP in the country. 𝗟𝗡𝗙𝗪 has become SOP for some in the country. रोज यही बोलते sir. Every day do this. It's not occasionally used. It is used all the time, all the way, any day, any time. That is what the problem is. We are in a very tough situation. And Sree sir, you have to give it to me. I told you China will rally Muslim countries against us. दिख रहा है ना आप? It's happening.
Yeah. In fact, they have hacked Spain, Italy, and one other country. This is a cyber attack from China, I'm hearing. China has got 3 or 4 factions within who are fighting it out, and we don't know what exactly is happening. 3 Chinese senior people considered close to Xi Jinping suddenly have gone missing. I talked about this in General Ravi Shankar's video, and I'll have more details later, but you get the point. Sir, next one, please.
Ask Sumit why we are not banned Dhruv Rathee. Iska bhi number aayega. And some people believe that if you run a YouTube channel out of India and do anti-India propaganda, you can't be banned. Let me clarify to them, everything can be done. You have to ban you here. Now, Arzoo's channel will be possibly operational in Pakistan. Well, Pakistan, only 5 people see it, sir. 5 log dekhte hain. So at least 5 people see the channel in Pakistan. This was all Indians. This was oriented for Indians. This was, and giving them a lot of money, by the way, friends. So even in Australia, if you want to see, you can pretty much see it. But in India, it won't be working out, thankfully.
Thank you so much, SK. Thank you, 𝗖𝗍𝗪 𝗤𝗏𝗪. Thank you, YouTube वाला मौना. अब भी सेक्युलर और लिबरांडो हिंदू कौम के इस नैरेटिव को बाय कर रहे हैं कि इसका इस्लाम से कोई लेना देना नहीं है. आप क्या मेन स्ट्रीम मीडिया में ऐलान जिहाद होने के बाद माना जाएगा?
I mean, always telling you one thing. I don't know what is the threshold of Hindu conscience. I really don't know. So, do you need to really announce a jihad? Do you need to really pull up a sword and declare jihad? Then we'll be aware. And some of it, aisa kuch nahi hai. This is all what is happening and all that. So, I mean, there is a problem somewhere which is done. At times, too much of liberal thought is not the best way to run a country, because there are some things which cannot be compromised. In my opinion, desh and dharm cannot be compromised. And these secular rebrandus have a reason. They are not secular without a reason and motivation. So let's find these reasons and motivations. And in our country, anything is possible.
YouTube wala Maulana again, thank you so much. Please identify the enemy. The enemy is certainly Pakistan, but the reason for the enmity is Islam. Islam is the real enemy of humanity, and like T. Nasreen said, jihad will not end until Islam is wiped out.
Jihad is pretty much a part of Islam. It's a part of Islamic teachings. And why are Muslims in almost every country in a perpetual state of jihad? And then you don't have anybody to do jihad. They will start doing jihad against each other. Now today, ISIS Khorasan kills Taliban, and both are in the business of jihad. So in a way, kind of, it looks to be quite logical what you are talking here.
Next one, please. 𝗔𝗠𝗏𝗏, thank you so much. तेरा भी सच में होगा क्या? 13वीं सच में होगा क्या, जबरदस्त चाहिए।
अच्छा,
13वीं?
ये मैं 13 day before the 13 day, there's a 13वीं होती है ना sir, before the 13 day we need things to be settled with Pakistan. But look, I'm not trying to raise your expectations, but what I'm going to tell you is it's not going to be that easy and all this time, because we are not going for a haircut, we're going for a mundan. Mundan समझते हैं ना sir? Complete.
Right. Mundan is completely shaving the head. Right.
So we are not, haircut is very fast, but mundan takes a bit of time. We need a sharp pustura, that blade to do the mundan. And we need to have the right angle, right pressure, because if you don't do the mundan, the problem is they will grow hair again. So it's not about manicuring the lawn, it's about pulling the roots out. So that will take a bit of time, but the mood of the nation is dismantle Pakistan and dismantle its ecosystem of jihad. And in a way, I'm very happy. Now this Maulana of Pakistan, Asim Munir, has come out in the open. He's telling you what he exactly is, and he's challenging you what you can do to me. Now let's settle him. And I think after this, China and all these fiascos, we have to also realize who our enemies are, who our friends are. And if somebody thinks $8-10 billion in the Islamic world is a big money, when it comes to Islamic supremacy and interest, it is not even peanuts. Let me clarify that. It's not big money.
Thank you so much, Sumit. And that brings us to a close of today's program. We'll be back again tomorrow with Sumit at 9 p.m. Namaskar.
And friends, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. That's very important, because that will encourage us to keep doing the hard work and exposing these anti-nationals and these lipstick nail polish brigade. Though, by the way, this phrase is very viral. Thank you for all your love, support, and trust. Bharat Mata ki jai, Vande Mataram, and Har 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 Mahadev. Mahadev.